What is up, YouTube? This is Set for RR34 coming to you guys live once again with another video. Current date, star date, February 8th, 2017, time 8:43 a.m. And I haven't even had my coffee. It's early in the morning. So what are we going to be talking about today? Well, let me tell you what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the travel ban in the courts. Just yesterday, I was able to find a PBS stream. Back in the day when we were kids, we would watch Sesame Street on Channel 28. I was watching it on their network, PBS. And they had a live stream of what was going on in the 9th District Court in regards to Donald Trump's travel ban. Oh, yeah, people, make sure to like and subscribe the video. And make sure you hit the bell. And, one more thing I needed to tell you. In my videos, if you move your mouse onto the actual video in YouTube, you may see an exclamation point on there. And if you see that exclamation point when you move your mouse onto my face, just move your mouse onto my nose right here, bam, and you don't even have to click, just put it there. You should see an exclamation point. There may be a question there. Just answer the poll, because that gives me and everybody, all of us, information as to what your opinion is on the question that I'm asking. So that way I can make more videos about that, and that way you can see what everybody else is saying about it. Now, anyways, back to this. So, in my Twitter, I posted a tweet, or I tweeted about the 3 judges that are deciding whether to restore Trump's travel ban. So, yesterday they were in court. Both sides were there. Both sides. So, the state was there, and the federal attorneys that were representing Donald Trump in regards to his executive order. To summarize and sum up what happened in a few seconds, the most important part was a part where one of the state attorneys was being asked a question by one of the judges. The judge basically asked him, just to make it simple, he said, okay, so you're here telling us about these people that were being delayed, and that, that their rights, because they have visas or whatever, they weren't able to travel because of the travel ban. They weren't able to come in, and they were detained or whatever. Okay. Now, the reason why Donald Trump's administration created the executive order was to prevent terrorism. So if you were coming from one of these several terrorist states, and remember, that's intelligence not only from Barack Obama's administration, but from Donald Trump's administration, okay? And they were talking about detaining the people that came from those several states. We're not talking those several terrorist states. We're not talking about everybody else that was traveling from around the world that came into the United States. We're talking about those people that specifically came from those states that are on the terrorist list, that Donald Trump got that list from Obama's administration. Now, can you tell me that if we do what you're asking us to do, is this going to stop terrorists from coming in? And the lawyer was stuck. He didn't know what to say. And the last thing you want to be is an attorney in court being asked a question by a judge, and you're fumbling your words, and you didn't prepare for that question because you thought that they weren't going to ask you that. Because the way these things work, the lawyer he's a good lawyer, but where he screwed up, he was trying to basically say that the people that were traveling, the individual people, he's saying that they're not terrorists and they have visas. But what Donald Trump's executive order is saying, well, we need to screen and vet the people that are coming from these several terrorist states, because we don't know if they're coming here to hurt us. And remember what I said about sheep's and wolves' clothing? Remember what I said about that? You don't know who's coming. You got to check those people. There's no way for you to know. But these states are fighting, even though we don't know who they are, we still, if they have a visa, we have to let them in. But then again, on the flip side, these terrorists have valid visas. They have them. Or how do you know that somebody who left here with a valid visa may have went there and now they're they spoke to somebody and now they believe in extreme terrorism. How do you know that? You don't know. So then the next judge, I think her name is Michelle, she asked him this question. She said, okay, so if we don't know who these people are, and you're saying that you're just interested in these individuals that have visas, how do you know if they're not a terrorist? Well, it's more... He jammed up his word. How do we know? The question was along that lines, but I mean, it's like the way that they talk. Remember how I say how when Supreme Court justices write their decisions, it's really hard to you have to really be listening, because they were talking literally in another language, using big words. I mean, huge words. So, and then she's like, so do you have any evidence that can prove that these people coming in are not terrorists? How would we know? You just want to just let them come in? And then she said he didn't have an answer. So she's like, and then he says, oh, he says something, and then she says, so do you have any evidence? And she says, no. In other words, can you prove what you're saying, that these people that are coming aren't terrorists? You prove it. He said, no, I don't have any evidence. Well, not now. I don't have any evidence now. So then she said, check this out. She says, so we're supposed to take your word for it? Now, if I was a judge on there, I would have been like, man, you're wasting our time. Donald Trump is supposed to be doing those are terrorist states. We don't know who's coming in. There's no way for us to know. Even if you have a visa, we don't know. If you have a permanent visa, we don't know. But in the 9th District Court, you have to go through that appeals court, I think, before you get to the Supreme Court. Okay? That's just the process. It's a process. But then again, you have to ask yourself, America, why are they delaying this? Why are they keep delaying this? Because remember, I made a video about this on Saturday, this past Saturday. And I said, by the time they get there on Monday, by the time they get heard, it's already a few days. Listen, the people that they wanted to get in already got in. That's what Donald Trump was trying to prevent. They got in, people. They're already in here. So, back to the travel ban. So it really, people, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what their decision is. You want to know why? Because that window, that short amount of time, those people already got in, baby. It's Wednesday. I told you about this on Saturday, this past Saturday. It's Wednesday right now, and they're about to give their decision on Wednesday right now. So whoever had a visa who may have got denied, and remember, the mainstream media, aka fake ass news, isn't reporting about the 160,000 visas that got denied. Who knows if they already approved a couple thousand or whatever to come in. Oh, we were denied, blah, 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 because this thing was unconstitutional. So their visas may have been expedited. Who knows? Because mainstream media ain't going to report that. That's when I say, when these assholes, I'm sorry for cursing, but when these jerks in fake news they're supposed to report and let us know what's going on with that, and they haven't reported because it's not convenient for us to know that. The people that needed to get through, that got stopped, got through already got through, in there like swimwear. They're in. So that's it. So it really doesn't matter what the decision is. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Because this was just a smoke screen. Remember what I said? Keep you looking at here, but you don't see what's going on. You're not seeing here. That's the smoke screen. Those people got in already. They're in. So that's why I say it doesn't really matter what the decision is, but these knuckleheads are going to get on the news and they're going to say, oh, well, guess what? They held it and all this other stuff. It's just going to be more time. It's a process, because now then Donald Trump's going to take it to the Supreme Court. And when it gets to the Supreme Court, it's going to get overruled there. In other words, Donald Trump will win in the Supreme Court. But these inferior courts, they may not let it go through. But what I believe after watching that thing that happened with the attorney getting stuck on that question about terrorism and the several terrorist states, I believe that they're gonna say that Donald Trump's executive order is constitutional. But it's not gonna matter because the people already got in. So that's that. So basically, I'm gonna make 2 videos today. I'm gonna post the Twitter link on there. Join. I have tons of videos, not videos, but I have tons of stuff on there that you guys can check out that's good, informative, and pertinent for you guys to read. And I'll be posting 2 more videos today shortly, okay? So you guys have yourselves a good day and take it easy.